We are going to be going over Warren Buffett's top 10 ways that you cannot be poor anymore, or at least the things that are keeping you poor. Number one at his list is low value investments. What are low value investments? Anything that's not making you rich, I suppose. Second one, credit card debt. He says, don't be in debt. Don't buy things that you can't afford and all that other stuff. Well, everybody's in credit card debt because inflation went out of control. Nobody has money because they can't afford to live anymore. Jobs aren't paying much, so they're compensating with their credit cards, and that debt's getting out of control, especially with the interest rates that we have now. He is also saying things like quantity over quality. Basically, us poor people, we value having more of things as opposed to good quality things. Well, that's not true for any poor person that I've ever talked to, but if we're having to buy poor quality products, it's because, well, we can't afford to buy anything else more, right? Unnecessary spending is his next one. What is unnecessary spending? I don't know, anything that's not probably investing in the companies that he's investing with, or unnecessary spending. Stop doing it. New cars. Apparently, poor people just like buying new cars because we like wasting money, as opposed to poor people buying new cars because if you buy a used car, you get it normally as is. With a new car, you at least know for the next couple of years that the dealership has to take care of it. But yeah, don't buy new cars. Apparently, that's what's keeping you poor, despite the fact that new cars are the best value for any person looking to buy their first car. Full price investments. Don't really know what he means by this one. I assume he's saying instead of spending, $50,000 on your TV, I guess maybe spend like $10,000 on your TV and invest the other $40,000. I'm sure that's what they mean. They usually tell you to do the same thing with houses as well, especially if you want to buy a house outright. They say just put the down payment on the house, invest the rest of the money, let it grow, and then use that to pay it off. But a lot of people, we don't have options to do stuff like that. Usually the down payment for the house is $50,000, and we have to somehow come up with that, which means we go to a bank and we have them scrutinize our spending habits about why they're going to deny us for not being able to get that house. Sure, regular nights out. I mean, not many people spend a lot of time out of the house. I know I don't ever go anywhere, so that technically doesn't apply to me. But if it applies to you, that thing you like doing once a week, like play Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, or maybe you go out and play Tekken, you can't do stuff like that anymore. No more regular nights out. That's the thing that's keeping you poor. Hobbies, right? Wasted opportunities. I mean, I feel like that applies to everybody. Working for another person is a wasted opportunity, but you have to do that if you want to be able to live. So the wasted opportunities that we end up having is simply because rich people don't want to pay people so they can live, so they can afford to do other things that make them better off. Gambling. Well, poor people want to gamble because we're trying to not be poor, right? You don't see rich people gambling, and rich people do gamble. They spend a lot of fucking money gambling, but they also have so many other assets available to them that even if they were to totally lose everything, they never really lose everything. A poor person like you going to a casino with $100 thinking, I've got to do something with this. The $100 isn't doing fuck all for me right now, and maybe I can either double it or triple it or 10x it or a million times x it or whatever, right? We gamble because we want to get lucky so we can not be in this situation. And their last one, living beyond their means. I've been told my entire life to not live beyond your means. The joke's on them because I don't have any means to live within. I've always taken minimum wage jobs and lived in low income areas. But you always get priced out of these things. And when you try to get better jobs, it usually comes with more things that bring you pain. I don't like pain, so I avoid those types of jobs. But sure, Warren Buffett, how about you give me like, $250,000 and we'll see how much my life improves, because I can guarantee you doing these things or not doing these things is not going to improve my life or anyone else's life in any real way.